Careful, Snake. I've never seen anything like that, and I've got no idea how to bring it down.
I've seen something like
Maybe
that.
the scientist knows. However you do it.
And I know
take
exactly
that
how to
thing
bring
out.
it down. Single player. So, briefing files. About this mission. I guess we don't actually have anything. Yeah, we just have stuff about the crater base. Oh, Amanda has something to say.
Watch out. It's El Galapago. It reduces its body weight by blasting air underneath it. That makes it a lot faster than any tank. It also has a tight turning radius.
Any weak points?
Taking out its boosters could reduce its acceleration. You could also try destroying its machine guns.
I'll give it a shot.
We've lost many compas to that thing. Send it to the scrapyard.
Oh, have you? So this thing's just been tearing around, taking dudes out. Oh, boy.
Did you ever hear of the Loch Ness Monster?
Now that one I know. Pretty much everyone's heard of old Nessie.
Great, so I don't have to explain. I think she's a long-lost dinosaur. Don't you?
This is not the
Sure.
time for this, but
Why
sure.
not?
One of the compas gave me a book about it, with photos. It looks exactly like the plesiosaur.
Then why does it only live in Loch Ness?
Well, it probably got cut off from the ocean. Back when Loch Ness was part of the ocean, some plesiosaurs became trapped there when the climate changed. There weren't any mammals there, so no natural predators. Today's Nessie is descended from those plesiosaurs.
Then wouldn't it make sense for there to be monsters in other lakes with similar climates?
Exactly. That's why there's been giant monster sightings in a bunch of other places. Like Nahuelito and Ogopogo. I don't know if there's one in Irasu too, but I know there's definitely something living in Lago Cosipolca.
Fascinating. Now, I don't think that's going to actually help us with this mission. So, let's just go to mission prep, and let's pick Snake. And, let's go... Is there any... We could go with the battle gear, but I don't think we really need that. We'll just go with our typical tiger stripe camo. And this thing, he's a big boy. Rank 2, maybe. I don't want it to be too easy, you know? Go with the rank 3 M63 and the rank 2 RPG, and rather than the C4, let's use the throwable supply marker. And I think we should be good. This is our first AI weapon battle. And yeah, it's basically the Shagohod. We gotta fight it on foot in this weird crater area that is a crater but also a base. Sort of looks like a sports stadium, I don't know, but without any like bleachers or anything. Let's see. Let's get our rations equipped just in case. And
That's an AI weapon, the Pupa. It's fast, so be careful.
alright. Well, we missed that. So there's a couple different places we can shoot. Also, it can talk. Just by the way.
If you destroy the boosters on the left and right, you can stop it from charging at you.
Yep, we can also destroy those. So yeah, it's got the hover ability and the jet boosters of the Shagohod.
Destroy the treads on the left and right to stop it from doing its punch attack.
It can punch. It has regular treads, like the concept art versions of the Shagohod, and some of the MGS4 alternate gears concept arts, rather than the Shagohod's drills. It also sings. It sings like Hatsune Miku because it's a Vocaloid. Also can go up on like 45-degree angles like that? What the hell? This thing's crazy. It's kind of just a worse Shagohod, but also like kind of better in some ways. We're out of RPG-7 ammo. That's fine, though. So we can attack various weak points here.
Take those lightning rods out. They direct its electroshock attack.
Right. We want to get rid of these. Because it's got a bunch of... Oh, jeez. Well, got a bunch of weird and wacky attacks. Okay. Hopefully this won't get me. Because I want to show what this looks... No, it still got me. Alright, but anyway, it calls down the lightning and the thunder. It is the rain transformed. Much like what Raiden does in MGS4. It can also shoot us directly, so we gotta get out of the way. It likes to do a Devil May Cry 1 weird split attack, like Griffin, for some reason. I think this dodges this. Yes.
There'll be some warning signs when it's coming out.
So it's kind of like a weird variation of fighting the Shagohod in MGS3. Oh yeah. Since we're out of RPG ammo, demonstrate that. It's basically the Shagohod, but like wacky. It sings, it has special moves, it tears around the environment like a crazy go-kart. It's a fun boss. I genuinely kind of like this thing. That pod up there is something we'll be seeing plenty of. You might have, if you're particularly sharp-eyed, noticed that we've seen those pods before. That's the AI pod. And it basically looks like the thing that Cunningham was flying around on in Portable Ops. Remember I said we'd see that design again in the future? Yeah. It also kind of looks like something that's in Metal Gear Acid. You know, it's also very reminiscent of a thing that you can do in Twisted Metal 2, now that I think of it. This is a pretty tricky fight. Oh yeah, it does its skateboard tricks. It's a pretty tricky fight your first time just because of how mobile it is. And I think the tank battles are kind of meh, but the AI battles are kind of cool. Because they all have weird special moves and weird wacky ways of maneuvering, and it's just so bizarre. And it solves a problem that I had with MGS4, which was that that game had like 1 billion guns, but nothing really interesting to shoot at. This is at least kind of interesting to shoot at.
Blow the hatch and climb into the AI pod.
Alright. And yes, it's saying, oops, I guess I died. Okay, no, I have to do some damage to this first, that's right.
You should be able to get in the AI pod.
Alright. Me when I find the ChatGPT warehouse. Me when I find the Stable Diffusion warehouse. Me when I... etc, etc. Gonna just swoosh on in and just start pulling out parts. So if you're in co-op mode, only one player would climb in and start pulling these out. And whoever is left... Ooh, got a tape. Whoever's left, however many people you're playing with, again, you can do boss fights with up to 4 players. So the other 3 would be fighting the boss in the traditional way. Whereas I'd be in here, and these, you know, blocked off boards, if they're destroying different parts, you might have seen there are little, like, letters and colors popping up. M, I think, is, like, for mobility. So, like, if you keep destroying those pieces, you can get more of these, which have to do with something later. And yeah, regardless, you have to wait until the timer runs out. So, the other 3 players could be attacking and unlocking these, and I could start grabbing them. It's a whole thing. It's pretty fun, but man, it is like you are kind of just introduced to it all at once and don't understand it. But we did it. We beat the Teemo Shagohod. I mean, we beat the original, so it's not that strange. And look, just like Cunningham's stupid pod, this stupid pod can also fly. Here, mousy, mousy. Yeah, it's neat conceptually. A lot of stuff is... It's definitely made for co-op.
Who are you? I work here. Well, used to, anyway. Name's Huey.
It's Huey Emmerich. We'll talk more about him. Don't worry, we'll talk more about him.
You don't look like one
I
of
got
those
some
mercenaries.
thoughts and opinions on Huey.
I'm an entomologist.
Now we're an entomologist
Fighting entomologist?
with
I specialize
missologers.
in butterflies. I'm here to catch Ulysses.
Ulysses? Huh. I didn't think they lived in Costa Rica.
Snake keeps changing his cover
That's
story,
it. Need to get some before the Washington Treaty goes
and
into
none of his cover stories are
Says
good.
here Morphos aren't covered under the tree.
Huey's just like fact-checking us in real time.
You sure you're feeling all right?
effect. Anyway, long story short, the butterfly got away.
Oh, I get it.
So how about it, Doc? Did you make that big butterfly too?
Yes. And no.
Oh.
What was that thing? What are they doing here?
Huh. Something tells me you're no ordinary entomologist.
He's gonna hit that vape.
The nukes were loaded on that machine.
Huey vapes.
The project's
That should have been the
entering its
first
final
red flag.
phase.
Project.
That's right. The thermonuclear warheads they brought in, the bases scattered throughout Costa Rica, the mercenaries, the AI weapons, the research... we
Also,
were
yeah,
conducting
AI
here.
weapons in 1974.
It's all for
The AI Metal Gear Rays and MGS2 were like a big deal.
We used this facility to develop unmanned
So
weapons.
what? Whatever. The Patriots suppressed it, I
Robots.
guessed.
The one you just fought was a pupa. There's also a flying type.
There's a lot about this game that I like. Hey, look, it's the space helicopter, and that weird thing. It's like a super tank. What up with that?
Motor control, target
Um,
detection, tracking.
You know, I
capture,
primarily
and
like this
transport
game,
functions are
but
all controlled
there's
by
a
an
weird
electronic
thing
brain. There's no
that.
need
Oh,
for a
check this
human
out.
pilot. They can only follow simple commands, though.
Where is it? Look, there's a little baby Metal Gear Rex here, and for some reason the Metal Gear Mark II, but it's
They
not
invited
even
me
the
here a year ago.
Snatchers version.
The CIA
It's the MGS4 version.
Goes by the name of Hot Coldman.
Hot Coldman, that's
Apparently he
that
was
bald
some sort
guy
of
we
hero
saw.
Back at the height of the Cold War. He's the one running the show. We called it the Peace Walker Project.
Anyway, yeah, there's a weird thing with Metal Gear
They're going
where...
to deploy a new type of
Now, you
nuclear
might
weapon
think
along
this
the
is
Caribbean coast of
repeating
Latin
stuff
America.
like, oh, this is a
Mobile unmanned
Snake Eater
nuclear
sequel,
platform.
right? And it's everything's got to line up and be... No,
Failed
this is
release
definitely
that
still an
can automatically move
MGS4
into
sequel.
position and launch a retaliatory
Metal Gear
nuclear
games
strike.
work
It can
in
move
that
on
there's
its
sort
own
of like a
and still
bubble
shields us
universe
from radar
around
and
their
satellite
continuity.
detection, drastically
Where,
reducing the risk
well,
of
they
being
talked
destroyed
about
in a
stuff from
previous strike.
MGS3 in
This is
MGS4.
the new deterrent.
So everything they talked about
Supposed to be.
in that
The
game
problem is
applies
the
to this
locomotion
game.
system.
But primarily all the like, oh, AI and the Patriots
rains
and,
all
you know,
year round.
systems of
The
control
terrain is full
and
of
this and
tropical
that.
rainforest. A lot of the time
That's
people
really
live on proper
important
roads.
in this game because it
So I
happened
went
in the
back to
prior
where it all
game.
started.
Now, really, again, considering this is 1974, we should be talking more about
A mobile
the
launch
fallout of
carrying
Zero and Big Boss, which already happened off screen. Just keep in mind that already happened off screen because Les Enfants Terribles already happened off screen. But instead, we're talking about AI more because that was the major plot point of MGS4.
Nuke.
I sort of borrowed the original idea from
Oh, you borrowed the idea for that thing?
Link between infantry and artillery.
Hey, there's that line from MGS3.
Metal Gear.
Yeah,
Metal Gear.
yeah.
But They'd actually need to deploy dozens of them.
There's an
Coleman
extended
needs funding for
tape
that.
we can get
And
to about
get
the
it,
Metal Gear
he's
name.
planning a test.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little odd that
demonstration
AI is so important in this game because AI shouldn't exist yet in the Metal Gear universe,
Prove that if someone attacks us,
especially not AI
they'll
weapons.
strike back. Put simply, nuclear deterrence is the idea of
They're
using
very
nukes to
clearly
keep
building
nukes in
up
check.
for
If one
the
side launches
groundwork
nuclear
of the
weapons,
Patriot
other is sure to
AIs
launch theirs in retaliation, which makes
with this
launching an
game.
act of suicide.
But the problem
In the
is,
end,
by the way,
neither
they're
side
talking
can
about
use
why
it.
like nuclear deterrence and
It's
whatnot
thanks
like
to this doctrine that
doesn't
the
really
world's
work,
two
but it kind of
superpowers
works,
avoid
but it
the
doesn't.
fallout
Whatever, it doesn't
confrontation.
matter.
Nuclear
We've talked about this
deterrence is
before.
the
We'll talk about
process.
that more in the
At the very
future.
least, it's prevented
The
other
important
world
thing is
wars.
continuity errors.
But the theory of nuclear deterrence exists only on paper. In reality, there's no guarantee
But yeah,
that
like-
either side would follow through with retaliation.
It's just odd.
There's the
It's
chance
just
that
kind of
preemptive
bizarre
strike could destroy
the way
all the
that
missile bases,
this is
render them
written,
unable to retaliate.
because
But the biggest
I get
flaw
what
in
they're
the
trying
theory
to
is
set
that the
up
decision
for,
to retaliate has to be made
because
by
the
human
Patriot AI
beings.
system that went rogue
give
and
you a
basically
real
took
world
over
example.
everything was such a
Let's say
big
Country
plot
X
point
launches first
of
and
MGS4, even though it was kind of
People in charge of
half-baked
Country Wire like you
and
me,
like not a
they're
lot
not
of
gonna be
time
able
was
to
spent on it. So this
retaliate,
game's
knowing
going
that
to
they're
spend more
effectively ending
time
all human
talking
life.
about,
So then the weak
you
link
know,
in nuclear deterrence theory is
like the balance of the
retaliation.
world and the nuclear age and blah blah. It's going to talk about the things that MGS4 didn't have the time to.
launch the first strike. Which is why we designed the system
But
to be
then,
unmanned.
for that
With
to
peace
work,
order,
you
retaliation
have to
is
forget
certain.
the plot point that Emma
It chooses the appropriate
made
target and launches a
GW.
retaliatory nuclear
You know,
strike
that like the
every time,
Patriot AIs
without
were
leaving
like
human
a
input
recent
to make the
invention.
call.
So
Launching a
setting the
nuclear strike
groundwork for them
against peace
here
order
is kind of
tantamount to
odd.
pushing the launch button against yourself. It closes
And again,
the
we're
loop
talking
of
more
nuclear
about deterrence
theory,
right now. Deterrence is a
rendering our
big
friends in Country X
theme
completely
in this
unable to
game,
launch.
but what they're talking about with letting an AI basically be in control of deterrence, you can see where that turns into the AI is in control of all war and blah blah blah. You know, we played MGS4, we get it.
And then his version of deterrence will be complete.
Coldman here, he wants to put the AI in charge of everything. It's very clear what they're trying to build up to, but it's very odd that they're building up to it in 1974. Aren't Solid and Liquid Snake 2 years old now? Hey, your father worked on the Manhattan Project, huh?
And all it created
Huey
was this
Emmerich,
illusion of
your
peace and
father,
deterrence.
was part of the Manhattan
And
Project?
then I was born, unable to walk.
Oh. Yeah, when were you born?
I had no choice but to face up to the nukes.
Are you perhaps Otacon's dad, the one who drowned himself?
If they do,
Yeah, it's Otacon's dad. Huey's Otacon's dad. It should be obvious by this point.
they've got to be stopped.
Where'd they take the warheads?
But I do like that they mention, even though there's some weird stuff with the plot, like I said, they set up for things they shouldn't be setting up for yet, I like that he mentions his father.
It's kind of a hike. And besides, there's a surefire way to halt the project. You see,
Because that's kind of your clue if you haven't figured it out yet. Like, oh, yeah, all right.
It's missing one
That's
last
Otacon's
critical
grandfather he's talking
structural
about.
component. The AI.
Here we go, the AIs.
Its brain. The reptile pod, the electronic
Lizard brain.
I was working on, can only follow commands like go there, attack that. I guess you could compare it to the human cerebellum. But for nuclear deterrence to work, it must function in
So yeah, I kind of
every
talked over
situation.
them
It needs
talking
something
about
to
I think we
analyze
understand the
the
idea of
human
nuclear
body
deterrence.
and select an
So I
appropriate
felt
target
better
for retaliation.
talking over that than this
Hence,
part,
it needs
which I'm still
high-level
talking over, but you know.
decision-making ability of
Because, yeah, now we're going to talk about the brain
the
and
hardware configuration is modeled
AI
on
and,
similar to the
yeah.
pod I worked on, but its role is
We kind of get
different.
into a little bit of this with Blade Wolf, that his AI brain is based on a human brain. Oh my god, Dr. Strangelove. There's a reference.
Dr. Strangelove.
Yep, like the movie.
Strangelove was recruited from the States too. In the field of AI,
That was
there's
about
no one
nukes.
better, that's for sure. But man, what a basket case.
What a basket
She
case.
hates everybody. Go to the lab and destroy Peace Walker's cerebrum. I'm pretty sure they haven't finished the final calibration.
Yeah, we got AIs. We're gonna talk more about AIs. We're gonna talk about a lot about deterrence theory and Che Guevara. And again, I like this game. I quite like this game.
Yeah, it's from me.
But
to
you
Dr.
know,
Strange.
it gets a little self-indulgent sometimes, just a
Don't
little
read it,
bit,
okay?
just a little bit. It's Strange Loveman? No, it's Strange Love Woman.
I'm done with science. At this rate, I'm probably already halfway to hell anyway.
Not so fast.
Oh?
Why not join us? Our place is outer heaven.
Someplace outside of Gene's heaven?
I'm probably better suited to something like that than this paradise.
Are we already just okay with that name?
You'll feel like a butterfly.
Yeah, we are.
You're an agent, right? Who do you work for?
Me. I was a Cold War tool, same as you. Now I'm not so useful anymore, so they cut me loose. I don't answer to anyone. Call me Snake.
Snake. That name seems familiar somehow.
That doesn't bother me.
Probably just deja vu.
That's a nice little... that's okay, yeah. Yeah.
Beyond the cloud forest,
Now,
see those
it
ruins?
bothers me in the larger context of this now
That's where you'll find
reframes
Dr.
all of
Strangelove's
MGS1 and the meeting of Snake and Otacon. You know? It's now a little fucking weird, isn't it? But that in a vacuum, that's kind of cute. And again, when you look at this as a soft reboot, you know, it is meant to be... This is meant to be the game... This is the sequel to MGS4 that was like, okay, I'm done. We're never making another Snake Metal Gear ever again. Ever. Oops, we did it. We did another one. Okay, well, we're going to have to, like, reintroduce, like, some characters and some ideas. You know, I feel two ways about it, but we got a B rank. There's no two ways to feel about that. We got Strangelove's cassette tape number 3. I already had that. I don't know why it's telling me about that, but that's fine.
Snake, the doctor's safe here with us.
Huey, how are you feeling?
Never better. This is quite the pad you've got here, boss. I'm impressed.
Call me Snake.
Whatever you say. Like it or not, everyone here calls you boss.
He doesn't like it. I wonder why. Maybe he's not over it. Maybe we might be someplace outside of Gene's heaven, but we don't accept ourselves to be the true successor of the boss yet?
We can start work on that bipedal mech.
I appreciate that.
Oh, look at that.
Are you sure you're okay with
He
having
wants
your
to
work
build
for
a
war?
Metal Gear for us.
I'll be using it to keep past mistakes in check.
So like I
If
said,
I can help thwart the
it's a
Peace
little
Accord project,
odd.
I'm happy to do it.
I know that they kind of had to do a,
Anyway, if you need any intel on the enemy,
they kind of had to do another soft reboot after the weird mess that 4 left. And, you know, Metal Gear Rising had not come out by this point. So, they kind of had to hit the reset button in a very soft, non-committal way. By the way, when we fight AI weapons, we get parts, like I said. But, you know, it's a little odd because now every single time I go back to MGS1, and I tried to avoid talking about it at the time. I'm trying to keep all of these within their real-world time frame, for the most part. But every time after 2010 that I've gone back and played MGS1, you know, I remember, I'm reminded of the Robot Chicken sketch where Darth Vader is, like, explaining the Star Wars prequels to Luke, and he's like, alright, if you're not going to take this seriously, I'm out of here. I'm kind of reminded of that bit where, like, imagine, Huey, you know, as we know him in this game, he's Otacon's dad, and he's dead by the point of MGS1, but Otacon definitely knew about him. So imagine, like, Snake and Otacon meeting each other, right? And Snake's so like, call me Snake. And Otacon's just like, hey, Snake, did you know that my dad and your dad teamed up, and my dad built your dad a Metal Gear? Isn't that cool? Anyway, just a little weird. Whatever, let's save the game.